Hello, good evening, and many thanks for joining us here on Rwanda Television. We hope you had yourselves a fruitful week. Now, at the top of our edition tonight. Prime Minister Dr. Edward Ngirente has announced that in the next 2 years, Rwanda will use gas extracted from Lake Kivu.
On Thursday, August 18th, a UN judge announced that Félicien Kabuga, the chief financier of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, will go on trial on September 29th. We are glad to have your company tonight and coming to you straight from the heart of Africa, Kigali. My name is Sam Kalisa.
And my name is Martina Awera.
How are you, Martina?
I'm very good. Glad to have you on the Thursday desk again.
It's really been a while since we last been here on this depot together.
Yes, now on to our first story. Prime Minister Dr. Edward Ngirente has announced that in the next 2 years, Rwanda will use gas extracted from Lake Kivu. The Prime Minister made the announcement after laying a foundation stone in Karongi district, where a plant that will be used to extract methane gas will be constructed. The gas will be used for home cooking, in vehicles to replace fuel, and for industrial use.
On Thursday, Prime Minister Dr. Edward Ngirente officially launched the construction of a gas plant that will extract methane gas from Lake Kivu. The foundation stone was laid in the Gishura sector of Karongi district at the banks of Lake Kivu. Construction works will be carried out by a company called Gasmeth. Prime Minister Dr. Edward Ngirente announced that after this plant is completed, Rwandans will start using gas extracted from Rwanda. This will speed up the Rwandan government's plan to provide electricity to all households by 2024 and contribute to reducing the use of charcoal and wood for cooking. The government of Rwanda pledged that by 2024, all households will have electricity. This project has come to support the government to achieve this goal. It is a good news to all Rwandans, because after this plant is completed, we will be able to use the gas extracted from Lake Kivu. The gas will also be used in industries, schools, and other institutions that need gas. Residents of Karongi district and Rwandans in general can clearly understand that this project is very important. As you know, gas prices have been on the rise because we import it. This project will solve the issue because residents will be able to get gas at cheaper prices. As announced, the project will be completed in 2 years and will start using gas extracted from Karongi. The use of gas will also contribute to reducing the amount of wood used for cooking. The gas that will be extracted from Lake Kivu will be approximately 1 million cubic meters per day. It will be used in cooking, in industries, and in vehicles to replace petroleum products, according to Gasmeth CEO Stefan Tierney.
Now, the project itself will extract gas from the water in Lake Kivu, and that gas will be processed to allow us to sell it as 3 different products. The base product is an industrial gas, and that's used for industry. That will be cement factories, tea plantations, ceramics plants, that type of project. The second process or second product is a slightly more refined gas, and that can be used for cooking and domestic type products. That can be put into cylinders, or it can be put into centralized storage and distribution within housing estates. The third product, and that's the highest quality gas, is sold as an automotive fuel. So that can replace diesel fuel, petrol, for private vehicles or things like buses, large fleet owners for trucks, potentially people like.
Residents welcomed the move, which is expected to reduce the gas prices that have been on the rise. We have been using charcoal or firewood or gas, but at an expensive price. But we are happy that we will be getting gas at cheaper prices. The Minister of Infrastructure, Dr. Ernest Nsabimana, noted that once the plant starts extracting the gas, Rwanda will no longer face the issue of importing expensive gas. This project has brought solutions in the country's energy sector. Rwanda will no longer have to import LPG at expensive prices because the country has the capacity to produce CNG gas. According to GasMeth, the plant will cost more than 530 billion Rwandan francs to be completed. It is a project that will help create 1,000 jobs, and 80% of those who will be employed in it will be Rwandans. The company will control gas mining for 25 years. Once it goes as expected, in the first 4 months of 2024, the gas extracted from Lake Kivu will be on the market, where 35% of the total gas extracted will be used in households for cooking. On to justice matters now. On Thursday, August 18th, a UN judge announced that Félicien Kabuga, the chief financier of the 1984 genocide against the Tutsi, will go on trial on September 29th at the International Residual Mechanism for Criminal Tribunals, IRMCT. The chamber orders the trial to commence at the Hague branch with opening statements on September 29th and depositions to start on October 5th. Judge Ian Bonomi announced Kabuga will be tried on charges of genocide crimes and crimes against humanity and related crimes. He has been in custody of the IRMCT at the Hague branch since October 26, 2020, following his transfer to Netherlands after his arrest in May 2020. Kabuga was considered a big fish by the mechanism and its predecessor, the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda, and his arrest ended a 26-year search. He was originally scheduled to appear in court in Arusha, where the other arm of the IRMCT resides, but judges ruled that he would remain in Hague until otherwise decided. In June, the same bench ruled that Kabuga is fit to stand trial despite the request by the defense lawyers that his trial proceedings be halted owing it to his ill health. The 87-year-old is also charged with 7 counts, including 5 related to genocide. Genocide, complicity in genocide, direct and public incitement to commit genocide, attempt to commit genocide, and conspiracy to commit genocide against the Tutsi. Over to you, Martina.
Now, while Rwanda plans to earn $1 billion a year from agriculture by 2024, some experts of fruits, vegetables, and flowers say that they are still working to increase the quantity of they export. Nuriet Agasaro has the report.
Ingabire Marie-Ange, CEO of Tropi Rwanda Limited, says that more than 20 tons of avocados are sent to the international market each week. And also, there was a period when she exported 80 tons before the summer. Her and his colleague, Faustin Hagenimana, says that they are currently negotiating new contracts with their clients, and the price will be set to the international market price. If it increases on the market, it also affects us. You don't wake up in the morning to tell the customer that you have increased the price. You have to negotiate first because you already agreed on a price with them before. That will help you when you negotiate with them. They will definitely add something to the price you agreed on.
Before, we will plan and send our products, but we were limited because we should send about 6 tons. We were asked to not exceed 3 tons because there wasn't enough space in the plan. This made it difficult for us to send our products. But now, it's different. That's why we would want our contract to be renewed, so that you can work as it used to be before COVID.
One of the problem fruits and vegetable exporters had was the limited capacity of the cold rooms at the international airport and the fact that those rooms were not well equipped. The chairperson of Agriculture Cluster, the Private Sector Federation, Twahirwa Diodone, noted that the government has put in place measures to facilitate those who export vegetables, fruits, and flowers abroad.
We used to have only the Nayo Park House, And these neighbor packers, when exporters are taking their produce to airport, they were only depending on these airport cold rooms. And sometimes these airport cold rooms, they were not functioning well, and the capacity were very slow. So the government, through NAEP, is trying to see how they can double the size of the airport cold rooms, and what currently they have managed to fix them. They are working. They're currently working well, and NAEP tried also to contact the private owners of Parker House. I would say Dubai Port, they have a very big number of cold rooms which can accommodate most of exporters. Again, Garden Fresh, they managed to finalize the construction of their pack house and is being satisfied.
Statistics from the National Agriculture Export Development Board show that last week Rwanda exported 983,230 tons of vegetable, fruits and flowers. It earned in 744,858,000 Rwandan francs for the country. Most are sent to Holland, UK, United Arab Emirates, and Democratic Republic of Congo. Rwanda earned $444,862,189 in the 2020 to 2021 fiscal year from agricultural products. Rwanda hopes to earn $1 billion from agricultural products by 2024. Nuriat Agasaro, RTV News.
Members of the Rwandan diaspora have launched a program named Rwanda, My Home Country, Protect the Brand. Its purpose is to merge together to promote the real image of Rwanda and protecting what has been achieved. Adam Squizera has more.
It's an idea that was brought by Rwandans who live in the United States of America, who are dedicated to contributing protecting what has been achieved after 28 years of Rwanda's liberation and also contributing to the country's progress. This movement is mainly based on accurate facts and informations the deniers do not have, which makes us special from them. We have information. This program will also contribute to the dissemination of the real information about Rwanda to those who don't know it, whether Rwandans or foreigners. The expected changes are that we will be working in unity, working as one people in this movement. We will be dedicated to have more sustainable coordinated efforts by using social medias in different countries. The program Rwanda My Country is expected to also facilitate Rwandans, especially who live abroad, to learn Rwandan culture and language.
And I think it's really important for young people, even friends of Rwanda, to come to Rwanda and see how it is. We've come a long way, and I think it's just really important for us to not forget where we come from and to practice even Kinyarwanda.
Inore Masamba appreciated this initiative, reminding that a while ago, talking about Rwanda was shameful, different from today. We get the opportunity to have this movement. Rwanda today, it's a brand itself. Before we were scared to say who we are. Then in fact some are proud of being Belizeans, because saying Rwanda was impossible, but now it's a brand. Some Rwandans are now leading international organizations like Francophonie. Even our president, is chairing Commonwealth. Since you go anywhere and show Rwandan passport, you got honored. This forum will allow all Rwandans who are willing to join, whether they are in the country or abroad, but they will first check if they are dedicated to the activities that develops the country. Adam Squizera, RTV News.
Thank you, Adam Squizera, for that report. Moving on, representatives of higher learning institutions in Rwanda say that the new law that regulates their functioning is a solution to the problems that they have been facing, to the extent of some ending up being suspended. Jen Mutoni has the report.
Poor management of resources, lack of capacity, some teachers not getting paid, owners of universities interfering in their management, non-compliance with the rules and regulations governing higher education institutions in Rwanda, as well as non-compliance with the regulations governing students during their internship, are among the reasons some of the higher education institutions or their branches get permanently closed or suspended. In the discussions that brought together representatives of higher learning institutions with the higher education Education Council to examine the management of these universities, it was revealed that these problems are caused by non-compliance with the laws and regulations governing those that want to establish their schools.
I think that the way forward for each leader is now to make a kind of roadmap and to address those gaps that exist in order to improve the overall quality of higher education here in Rwanda. So that's what in my institute, the African Institute for Mathematical Sciences, will be working on. And I think that in the coming months, all of us, we will improve the way the quality assurance of our institute are working on.
Dr. Rose Mukankomeje, Director General of the Higher Education Council, urges higher learning institutions to abide by the laws that govern them.
So what we are going to see is the owners and the legal representative of the higher learning institution. Now they have understood their rules, their responsibilities, the working relationships they have together with the VCs in order to improve quality education.
There are currently 27 private higher learning institutions in Rwanda. Jane Mutoni, RTV News.
And on behalf of the entire news production team that made it happen, thank you very much for being with us on this particular edition of Rwanda Television News. My name is Sam Kalisa.
And mine, Martina Avera.
And until next time, stay safe.
And have a great night.
Goodbye.